At what point did you know that Emmanuel was going to play, and what you think of the way he kind of toughed through that injury?
Yeah, I think really proud of him. I think it speaks to his growth as a player and how far he's come, since he walked in the door here. Not only did he play, but he played extremely well, and has really, come forward as a leader in our offensive line room. So really proud of him, and, the more people that can fall in line with people like that and attitudes like that, the better we'll be as a team.
Lincoln said he expected him to be doubtful. Were you anticipating not having him?
I mean, I try not to, worry in one way or the other. I mean, I think, we have a number of guys that can step up and do the job. Obviously, Eman's been great for us, so we always want him to have him on the field. But I mean, trying to get ready for a game, I wasn't super, I wasn't going to bed thinking about it. But
in what ways has he stepped up as a leader this year?
I mean, I think just situations like that, I think, his attitude, his work ethic in the weight room, I think really took a jump throughout the offseason. Really started to take, his body seriously, his recovery seriously, and I think just, the overall effort he plays with has really taken a jump as well.
If the short week provided challenges, what have you guys done to be able to take advantage of a longer week this week with an extra day?
Yeah, and that's, that's not up to me. I'm just out here to execute practice and stuff like that. I'll let the coaches handle the practice plan.
Coach talked about needing to separate in some of these games, and he separated against Rutgers. How good did it feel to finish the job against Rutgers?
Good. I mean, I think you kind of saw the natural progression and growth of our team, which was good to see, and obviously, still have a long ways to go in terms of that.
Washington is the #1 pass defense by yards in the country.
Yeah.
What do you see on film for them that makes them so tough?
Yeah, I mean, it seems like we've faced that a lot this year. But no, they're a really good group. They're really well coached. Pretty veteran in the secondary. I went to high school with one of the corners, which will be fun to see him again. But yeah, really good group. Not a lot of coverage busts. Obviously, an NFL pedigree on the defensive side. So, a really good matchup that we're excited for.
You mentioned you've seen a lot of that this year. Just how is your kind of knowledge, understanding involved of how to kind of attack defenses that are maybe geared towards trying to slow down big plays?
Yeah, I think a tremendous amount. I think each week, I'm seeing things that I wasn't necessarily seeing before. And it might be, little nuances, but I do, catch myself picking up on certain things that I didn't before. And obviously, I think, I could be wrong, but I mean, this is the #4 defense in the Pac-12 and Big Ten, and #6 defense in the country. So I think that really speaks to, the depth of really good defenses in this conference. And yeah, we've had the opportunity to face a lot of them. I think we're better for it.
What do you attribute Makai's breakout these last few weeks to?
I mean, I think that's just who he is. Obviously he was slowed down a little bit early in the year with the injury versus Michigan, which was unfortunate, and we missed him. But I mean, I don't think anyone in our building or locker room is surprised at all. I think that's just who he is as a player and who he's going to continue to be.
Kyle was talking about his post game about, at times it's been hard for him to kind of grapple with, the role so far through this part of the year. But, Lincoln talked about how much he's matured, since he was here a couple of years ago. How have you seen that from him and him just kind of work through that this year to kind of stay ready like he did last week?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think, it goes for a very talented receiver room. Like, there's only so many balls that can go around each game. So it's obviously really important for guys to take advantage of their opportunity. I think Kyle did that in the best way possible. And he's going to continue to see more opportunities. He's done a great job, and he's really, being the older guy in the room now, which he wasn't before, I think has taken on that role and really helped those young guys. Just a lot of guys, in that room, it's their first time going through a full season as a guy who's playing a lot. So I think just having his wisdom and perspective in that room has been really helpful.
Last week you talked a lot about the two ways the team could respond to the losing streak. What did you see last week in the response?
I think we did a good job for the most part. I think we had a great week of preparation. I don't think it was we rolled out there on Saturday and I was like, there's something magical was different, I think it started on Monday of last week, and we had a great Monday, and then, attacked those meetings, had really great preparation, and went out there and executed well. So I think it's definitely something to build on, but certainly a lot more room to grow.
Felt like there were times this week where you guys rushed to the line, really excited to run the next play, and there's other times this year where you guys have used a lot of the play clock. How would you characterize this offense's relationship with tempo this year?
Yeah, I mean, it's always a weapon that Coach Riley likes utilizing. I think we've done a little less this year than maybe often we've done before, but I think, every group's different, and Coach Riley's going to, take advantage of their strengths in one way or another, but it's always going to be a weapon for us at SC and within Coach Riley's offense.
Let's do one more. You guys talk a lot about finishing games, and how important is it to start games strong and be efficient offensively?
Yeah, I mean, it's equally important, you know. That's why it's really important to play a full 4 quarters. You know, if you're not able to do that, you won't win consistently, and we've seen that. So, like I said, you know, last week, it hasn't been cookie cutter in terms of the ways in which we've fallen short. It hasn't been, oh, we fell apart at the end, or like continuously, or oh, we started slow continuously. Like, it's kind of been a little bit of a mixed bag. So I think, you know, we've really just seen the importance of having to play a really good 4 quarters of football.